You've probably heard the rumor. MSC drink packages jumped again for 2026. And yep, the numbers will make you squint. But here's the deal. Whether a package is worth it isn't about loving pina coladas. It's about simple cruise math you can actually win. In the next few minutes, I'll break down every MSC package tier, what changed for 2026, the exact break-even math, and the hidden gotchas that quietly drain your onboard credit. I'll keep it practical, quick, and just a little bit cheeky. By the end, you'll know exactly which package fits your habits, and when paying a la carte saves you more. There's one fine print rule that surprises most first-timers, so stick around for that. Ready? Let's make sense of these menus before your first poolside order. But before we jump into the topic, please do me a favor and subscribe to our channel, MSC Cruise Explorer. Here's the landscape for 2026, starting with the alcoholic tiers you'll see most often when you pre-book in the app. First up is Easy. This is the entry option built around house beer and wine by the glass, basic mixed drinks, and fountain sodas. The headline constraints are price and a hard per drink cap. In 2026, you're typically paying in the low to mid 30s per person per day, and anything above the low dollar cap triggers an upcharge. Translation: fine if you're happy with the basics, not great if you like named spirits or resort style blends. Next is Easy Plus. For most cruisers, this is the practical sweet spot because the per drink ceiling covers a wide chunk of standard cocktails, popular beers, and branded spirits that don't pretend to be collectible. You'll also find specialty coffees and bottled waters more comfortably included here, which matters once you realize how often you'll grab a cappuccino after dinner or a chilled still water before shore excursions. Price-wise, expect low 60s or just under, pre-booked. Break-even gets friendlier when you count a morning latte, 2 pool drinks, a pre-dinner spritz, and a dinner cocktail. Suddenly, you're not forcing it. At the top sits Premium Extra. This is the no questions asked tier with a much higher per drink allowance that actually catches top shelf pours, premium wines by the glass, and crafted cocktails with better spirits. If you hate checking menus for price codes before ordering, this is your lane. Yes, the daily rate is meaningfully higher, think 70s into low 80s, but you're trading money for mental freedom. Fewer exceptions, wider coverage, stronger brands. If your tastes run to higher end gin, decent scotch, better prosecco, and the occasional digestif, this is what keeps your card in your pocket and the bartender saying you're covered. Now, if you're traveling with kids or you're a non-drinker yourself, MSC has you covered with dedicated packages that aren't just an afterthought. The beverage package for non-alcoholic drinkers covers sodas, juices, bottled water, specialty coffees, and hot beverages throughout the ship. You're looking at roughly $20 to $25 per person per day, pre-booked. That's genuinely reasonable if you're ordering multiple coffees, iced teas, or bottled waters daily. The per drink cap is still there, so premium smoothies or specialty blended drinks might trigger a small upcharge, but the basics are solid. For minors, MSC offers a dedicated package that mirrors the adult tiers but excludes alcohol, obviously. Kids get access to sodas, juices, smoothies, hot chocolate, and specialty beverages at bars and restaurants throughout the ship. The daily rate is lower than adult packages, typically mid to high teens depending on your ship and booking timing. If your kids are the type to order a new drink every time they pass a bar, this saves real money. Without a package, you're paying individual prices for each beverage, which adds up fast when you've got multiple kids ordering throughout the day. Here's the thing most families miss. You can mix and match. One adult buys Easy Plus, another skips the package entirely, and the kids get the minors package. There's no rule forcing everyone into the same tier or forcing non-drinkers to buy alcohol packages. This flexibility is actually one of MSC's smarter moves compared to some competitors. Just remember, the cabin parity rule applies only to adults in your cabin. It doesn't extend to minors or non-drinkers choosing different options. Now let's talk about the actual money, because this is where most cruisers get surprised. MSC's pricing structure has 2 distinct pathways, and choosing the right one saves you real cash. When you pre-book a package through the MSC app before your cruise, you're locking in the best rate available. You avoid the onboard service charge entirely, which typically runs between 10 and 15% of the package price. You also qualify for early booking discounts that can shave another 10 to 20% off the listed rate. Do the math. On a 7-day Easy Plus package at $60 daily, pre-booking might save you $80 to $140 compared to buying on board. That's not pocket change. If you wait until embarkation day to purchase at guest services, that service charge gets automatically added to your folio. Suddenly, your $60 daily rate becomes $69 or higher. Multiply that across a week, and you're looking at an extra $70+ you didn't budget for. The psychological trick MSC uses is making the onboard onboard purchase feel convenient. It's right there at the desk on day one. Don't fall for it. The app pre-booking takes 5 minutes and saves you real money. There's also a third option some cruisers consider: buying packages day by day on board. This gives you flexibility, but it's the most expensive route by far. Daily rates on board are higher than the weekly rate, and you're still paying that service charge. You'd only do this if you genuinely don't know your drinking habits yet, or you're testing the waters on your first cruise. Even then, it's a costly experiment. The gratuity question comes up constantly too. Drink packages include gratuities for bartenders and servers, so you're not tipping twice. That's already built into the daily rate you're paying. Let's get to the real question. Does the package pencil out for your actual habits? Here's how to do the math without overthinking it. Start by being honest about your daily drink estimate. Not what you hope you'll drink on vacation, what you'll realistically order. Count everything: morning coffee, lunch soda, poolside cocktail, dinner drink, evening nightcap. Most cruisers land between 4 and 7 beverages daily. Now multiply that by your typical drink price on the ship. House cocktails run $7 to $8. Premium cocktails hit $10 to $15. Specialty coffees are $4 to $6. Bottled water is $3 to $4. Add them up for one day, then multiply by your cruise length. That's your a la carte baseline. Now compare it to the package price. Let's say you're doing a 7-day cruise and you estimate 6 drinks a day at an average of $8 each. That's roughly $336 out of pocket. The Easy Plus package at $60 per day runs $420 for the week. On the surface, you're down $94. But here's where cruise math gets interesting. Once you buy the package, the psychological barrier drops. You order more freely. You try that specialty cocktail you'd normally skip. You grab a second espresso without thinking. Suddenly, your 6-drink estimate becomes 8 or 9. That's where the package wins. Not because drinks are cheaper, but because you consume more without guilt. The real break even isn't just price matching, it's honest consumption. If you're a 3-drink-a-day person, skip the package entirely. You'll spend less paying a la carte. If you're a 6 to 8 drink a day person, Easy Plus almost always wins. If you're 9+ drinks daily, Premium Extra becomes logical. The math also shifts by itinerary. Port-heavy weeks where you're off the ship most days, packages look worse because you're paying for coverage you won't use. Sea days where you're lounging poolside, packages look better because you're ordering more frequently. One more factor: your loyalty status. MSC insiders at higher tiers get onboard credits, free drink vouchers, or happy hour access that can offset the need for a full package. Check your account before you buy. That loyalty discount might mean you're better off skipping the package altogether and using your perks instead. Now let's talk about what's actually not included, because this is where surprises hide. First, cabin parity. If one adult in your cabin purchases a drink package, all adults must buy the same package for the entire cruise length. You can't cherry pick days or have one person skip out. This rule exists to prevent sharing and is strictly enforced at checkout. If you're cruising with someone who barely drinks, you're still paying their full package cost. Second, per drink caps matter more than you'd think. Each tier has a maximum allowance per beverage. Easy caps out around $6, Easy Plus around $8, Premium Extra at $15. If you order something above that cap, say a premium bottle of wine or a craft cocktail made with top shelf spirits, you pay the difference plus any applicable service charge. Always check the menu codes before ordering if you're on a lower tier. Third, minibar items and in-cabin beverages aren't universally covered. Packages typically include drinks ordered at bars and restaurants throughout the ship, but that minibar in your cabin and room service beverages can be excluded or partially covered depending on your tier and ship. If you love a nightcap on the balcony, verify coverage before you sail. Fourth, full bottles, premium wine tastings, and certain specialty items fall outside package coverage. You'll get a discount sometimes, but don't assume they're included. Finally, sharing is monitored and prohibited. Bartenders watch for it, and repeat attempts can result in package revocation without refund. Keep your drink card to yourself. If you're wondering why MSC cruises can be so much cheaper than everyone else, watch my video, Why Are MSC Cruises So Cheap? 13 Mind-Blowing Secrets. I break down the real reasons behind the low fares, the fees that can sneak up on you, and how to spot when cheap is actually a great deal. So, is the 2026 drink package worth it? The answer is straightforward. It depends on your habits and your honesty about consumption. If you're a frequent drinker, a sea day lover, or someone who values all-inclusive peace of mind, Easy Plus is the smart play for for most cruisers. If you're budget conscious and disciplined, paying a la carte works fine. If you want premium everything without thinking twice, Premium Extra is your ticket. Just pre-book early, match the tier to your real consumption, and enjoy your cruise without regret. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss future cruise tips that we post every week that actually save you money. Also, drop a comment below and let me know. Are you team drink package or team pay as you go? I read every single one. Happy cruising, and I'll see you on the next one.